It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Jets and the Silver and Black on Sunday night primetime.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, it's year 4 of this wonderful building now, and it's going to host the Super Bowl come February. Fans of the Silver and Black certainly hoping their guys will be a part of it. But this is a franchise that hasn't won a playoff game since the 2002 season.
But they should be firmly focused on getting back to the playoffs. They have the team that can do that. Defensively, they get after the quarterback. Great pass rush, and now they have a new leader at quarterback, and they expect to put some points on the board.
Now, meanwhile, for the Jets, even putting the quarterback situation aside, this is an exciting time for them right now. Yeah, they were just 7-10 last year, I get that, but they're building a roster that's potentially got some future stars involved.
They certainly are. Remember, going 7-10, they were 7-3 at one point last season, and they finished the year with the offensive and defensive rookies of the year. So you know that this roster is really on the rise.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former 2nd overall pick, now in his 3rd season out of BYU.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. His throw incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now Wilson. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
To throw again is Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. DeAndre Carter back deep. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Bringing them out is the pocket passer from Purdue, rookie Aiden O'Connell.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Now O'Connell. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing, O'Connell. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. Heck of a move. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. To throw here, O'Connell. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Austin Hooper. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Able to slither by. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Touchdown, Jets! Tyler Conklin, 34 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. First down throw, O'Connell. That's caught by Myers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
O'Connell on 1st and 10. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Sticking to the air with O'Connell here. Got a man, it's Mayer. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. And O'Connell now to throw. Open man, that's Renfrow. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's O'Connell. Touchdown Raiders! Davante Adams from 10 yards out. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Jets going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to Lazard. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
Let's go, baby.
And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. It finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Here's Carter now on the return. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Back to throw, O'Connell. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
O'Connell back to the air on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Off play action. Wilson.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Play action. It's Wilson. Now he'll escape to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And the Raiders have got him. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And they go play action here with O'Connell.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Looking for Michael Mayer on the play.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's O'Connell.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
Quinnen Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Now O'Connell.
Under pressure, and they get to him again. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. They go play action now. Wilson.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Handoff, right left. Here's Hall.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them.
And Cook will get in. He's got a Jets touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. First down throw, O'Connell.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Throwing on second and long.
O'Connell over the middle. He's got Myers.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
To throw here, O'Connell.
And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Hall again.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Play it a little aggressive, baby.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Here's Carter now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So the Raiders now down 17-14, a little under 1:50 remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's O'Connell.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. O'Connell.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is fourth down. They'll go for it. O'Connell.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. And New York set to take the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jets are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
O'Connell on 1st and 10. He has Mayer complete.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That's caught by Myers. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Here's 1st and 10. O'Connell looking to throw yet again. It gets it right back to Mayer.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now 1st and goal. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
And once again, O'Connell back to throw.
And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now it's O'Connell.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL